Hey everyone, welcome back to Garner Reviews. We are once again out in the tool shed, which means we got some new tools to look at. Today we're going to be looking at a brand that so far out of all the products I've used from them, I absolutely love all of them. They just do a phenomenal job, and that is Tajima. I use a lot of their caulk guns. I've used some of their cutting tools. They have some awesome layout tools that I've also used. All that good kind of stuff. Most of it's all hand tools. They do have some lights and stuff like that that I haven't had a chance to try out yet, but all of their products are just top tier, high quality, and they're certainly worth checking out and investing in. So I have been using this as the Convoy Super, is it the 26? Yeah, this is the 26. I have used this now for probably 2 or 3 years. No issues, except once, and that was my fault. I put in a product that was a little bit too viscous. The viscosity level is too high, and this just wasn't built for that level of a thick product, I guess you could say. So, but other than that, this thing has performed incredibly well. I have no problems with it. It is very smooth, and it's just a great caulk gun. So this is the 26. I've been recently doing a job though, a lot more like finish work and stuff like that, and I wanted something that was dripless. This one is not dripless, and you know, that can be a little bit irritating every time you're running like a nice bead and then you're trying to make sure you get that released in time to make sure that you don't end up with a big mess and a really nasty looking bead. So this is great. I'm going to kind of set that to the side though, because that's going to be primarily for things like adhesives and applications where I'm not too worried about like the layout of the material. And that's where these two come in. This is the Convoy Light here in the front, the black one. Very nice tool. Both of these are dripless, and this one is obviously kind of a super lightweight. It's almost entirely plastic except for assuming this push rod here. That looks like it is steel or aluminum or something. Otherwise it's all plastic, but it is just, it feels really good in the hand. It still feels like it's that Tajima quality, but it's gonna be, you know, just a very nice lightweight and compact caulk gun here. You can kind of see these both take the 10-ounce cartridges, but you can kind of see the difference here in length. So if I was to put the handles, you can kind of see how much farther that sticks out, the red one. Now this is the Convoy Super, Convoy Light. The Convoy Super is also a dripless one, and it's, I'm assuming this is just kind of like a more premium feel from Tajima. Obviously it's a little bit longer, but you're getting the full aluminum build. The handle, it's got this nice rubber kind of overcoating here that fits and feels super good in your hand. So that's just kind of like a real high-end premium one. If you had to use it maybe all day, maybe this would be ideal. This one though, being so lightweight and everything, I can see where this would be phenomenal in all-day use too. You get these 2 windows here, so that you can get access to the actual cartridge, the tube, and you can spin that. So sometimes, you know, when you're laying a bead, you kind of need to adjust that cartridge and kind of get a different angle. You can do that with that window there. To insert the cartridge on this one, you just rotate this down and it pops free. Pretty simple. Slide your tube in, it's ready to go, back in, locked up. So very nice, great little system. It's almost got like this raised edge here on the front, and I mean, I guess if you coordinated the cartridge with that, you kind of see exactly where the top line was, so you kind of get a good accurate, it's almost like a sight, like a pistol sight. So, but I wanted to show this off. This is, so I think this is true for all the Tajima products. If you want the dripless, if you need a dripless applicator like this, you're gonna look for one that has a release, that has a built-in spring here. I don't know if you guys can see that well. There it is. Spring mechanism. Now, if you watch the this bar here, when I push, you can see that spring allows that bar to retract a few millimeters back. So that spring kind of puts pressure down on this, and it allows the whole system to kind of drop back a little bit, and that's what makes this a dripless system. It's not getting constant full pressure every time I release the trigger. It's going to also allow this to move back a couple of millimeters, and that allows those really fine controlled beads. Same with this one. So you can see the spring on this looks a little bit different, but it is the same setup. You can see that spring kind of right in there. Hopefully you guys see this well. So let me get this pulled back here. There we go. And if you were to apply it, and you can watch up here too, the plunger here, and you'll see it retract back just ever so slightly there. Now look at how smooth that is. This thing is just buttery smooth. And I will say you can certainly feel the difference in kind of like what Tajima is trying to go for here. This is ultra lightweight, very compact, so when you need this is going to work beautifully, but you can kind of hear the difference immediately. I mean, this has got a squeak to it, it's kind of got a creak. It's still very smooth. I can make that pretty smooth if I need to. And it's going to pull back as it should, but this one is just, it is buttery smooth. So if you don't mind the weight, the extra size, and you're just looking for a very smooth experience, look at the super versions of all their tools, and there's kind of like the most high-end premium setup you've got. So other than that, most of this is pretty similar to your typical caulk gun. You've got your little seal brake there sitting on the side. You don't get one of those with this. Let's see, another nice thing that Tajima puts on here, so on their cards here, you can see that they have different viscosities. This one's rated, I think, for 4. Is that correct? Yes. This one's 4, this one's 2. So this will handle slightly thicker, more viscous materials with a lot more ease. So you wouldn't want to stick something super thick in this one. You could ruin the mechanisms and stuff like that. So, and if you're like got something really strong, like a high-end adhesive, they actually make guns that are a little bit different than this, that are designed for that, to get that job done. So honestly though, I mean, I could go on and on about Tajima and their caulk guns. They're just great. And this is an area where you can go into any big box store, you can probably get a caulk gun for, I bet you could find one for $5 or less, honestly. But this is definitely an area where if you don't want the frustration and you want quality results, you need to get something. You don't have to spend the most money, but you need to get something that's made from a quality company that is going to do the job. There's other ones out there. Tajima, I mean, I think you can get this for under $20. This one's closer to probably like between 30 and 40, I'm assuming, somewhere in there if I remember correctly. Do you need this? No, this will probably do the job just as well. It's a very nice caulk gun, under $20, but I'll guarantee you this, either one of these, especially this one, this is going to perform so much better than your $5 caulk gun, no name brand that's sitting around there. So definitely save yourself the time and the frustration, especially when you're doing the finish work. That's, you know, you've spent a lot of time, you're trying to make everything look super nice and detailed out. Don't frustrate yourself and don't end up with a subpar job because you went and got the cheapest caulk gun you could find. So spend a little extra money, do a little bit of research. Tajima, honestly, it's probably the only brand I end up using anymore. They're just that good, and I can't say enough good things about them. So you guys let me know though. I know there's other companies out there, Newborn, there's probably a few others that I'm not going to think of right now, but let me know what you guys use. What's your preference? Do you guys like the Tajima guns? Do you have another brand that you kind of are a fan of? Let me know, because I would like to check those out. Tajima products though, as a whole, I can recommend them. These are my new guns. Actually, before we leave though, I just wanted to show you. Look how compact this is. So 10, I'm gonna pull that out. That would help. That is a very nice little setup. So got easy access to this. It's all good. Sweet, very sweet. So you guys let me know though what you think. Tajima, is this the brand to go with? I think so. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.